After treaty. Impact of industrial residential schools. Some impacts of residential schools. Loss of traditional customs. Students were not allowed to practice their cultural dances, songs, spiritual ceremonies, and social games. Loss of survival through traditional hunting, fishing, shopping, and gathering lifestyles. Loss of traditional teachings, beliefs, values, and stories. Loss of oral traditions, storytelling, history, and way of life. Loss of their First Nation languages and denial of the right to speak their own language. Family ties were broken due to separation from family members for long periods of time. Siblings were separated from one another. Children were removed from their families. Loss of identity through forced assimilation tactics.
Experience of emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, and sexual abuses. Loss of parenting skills through the parenting of missionaries, nuns, and priests. Adults who had attended the residential schools often lost their traditional First Nations parenting skills and adopted the parenting skills experienced in residential schools, which were often harsh and punishing. Loss of family bonding between parent and child, from sibling to sibling and grandparent to grandchildren. Loss of self-confidence brought on by references to First Nations culture and cultural practices as inferior, savage, and heathen. Loss of freedom, being forced to stay at the school for long periods of time. Some individuals turn to alcohol abuse and other abuses in an attempt to cope and forget the residential school experience.